the final act of Natlan, as of September 30th. To Genshin Impact No Wishing, the account where we do not wish until we have cleared the AR-58 Ascension domain. Today we're finishing up Natlan Act 2. The one where Kachina dies. Until she doesn't. You know?
Paimon feels like a whole new Paimon after those 2 days in the hot springs. The Abyss
We
kind of
spent
threw a
2
wrench in
days?
everything. Still, spending time here really has felt like a vacation.
Damn, can't believe we spent 2 whole days in the goddamn hot springs.
The Kaholasaurs are so nut. Oh, and Atea's snacks were so delicious. She gave Paimon some for the road just this morning, actually. Yelling at some kids who got caught throwing stones in the hot springs, so not much has changed since we first met her.
Yep. Alright.
Hey, you guys. Sleep well last night?
Yep, this area.
Glad you like it. I was thinking of taking you guys out to do some sea fishing. Later tonight,
Fish!
we can eat what.
Hey, Mualani!
Fish!
Yeah?
Fish!
What do you need?
The team sent out to fight in the Night Warden Wars has returned.
And Kachina? Is she back as well?
Kachina... But don't worry.
That's a relief. The Abyss is cunning, and it was her first time. Mistakes are bound to happen.
Exactly. She deserves to hold her head up high.
Alright, thanks for letting me know.
Victory.
Hold
No matter the cost.
Jeez, she sounded a little anxious there. Had me thinking it was bad news for a moment.
You know what you know what
This
Musashi
is
says.
just now.
Victory.
The Abyss just wants to destroy everything.
No matter the
What
cost.
about all those monsters that attacked your tribe? If there really was some sort of cunning plan, wouldn't it make more sense to send them to attack Kachina and her small team? Not that Paimon wants them to be in any more danger, it's just...
Relax, I get it. The Abyss is difficult to understand, that's for sure. At a glance, it certainly seems like the only goal is total destruction. The Abyss isn't a
Yeah, they
living
just
entity.
want to delete
Through
the
a
heavenly
long history of
principles.
fighting the Abyss,
That we know.
we've realized things aren't quite so simple. 500 years ago, the Abyss invaded Teyvat. You know about that, right?
Yep.
That's
Age of
right.
Canria.
Conria suffered greatly during that time. But so did every
Age
other
of
race
Mr.
in the
Incredible becomes
And
Uncanny
Natlan
Rhea.
was the worst affected of all. It took the combined efforts of the then Pyro Archon and heroes from every tribe to finally repel the Abyss. Even so, the effects of the invasion lingered for hundreds of years, only able to be reversed little by little. Our tribe's waters were contaminated. The Children of Echo's territory was
No more
overrun by
fish.
dangerous sludge surging from underground. Unrelenting black winds tore across the lands of the Flower Feather clan. It was like each disaster was designed for a specific tribe.
Damn.
Exactly. We once thought that the Abyss's desire for destruction was a sort of primal instinct, but its methods are, in truth, marked by intelligence. We now believe the Abyss has invaded the Night Kingdom, and has the capacity to read the memories of this land at any given moment.
And that's how it became so dangerous and cunning. Almost like it knows you inside and out.
Yes.
It
And
knows.
that's why we've been unable to fully eradicate it, even after all this time. Luckily, the problems left behind by the Abyss have been successfully addressed by the various Pyro Archons we've had over the years.
It
Now, every
knows.
tribe is prospering and things are looking up. I mean, just look at what we managed to do a few days ago. We totally fought them off.
You must have had to sacrifice a lot to get to this point.
Every battle, every sacrifice is in pursuit of a future where we get to stop fighting. Responsibility, duty, unavoidable burden. Everyone in Natlan views the war differently. But I believe we will be rid of the Abyss one day. And the efforts of all who fought against them will become a story for the ages. To think
One
that
day.
could survive in ballads passed down to future generations, it's kind of romantic.
Romantic, you
Something that
say?
drives them forward, you know.
If I didn't know better, I'd think Mulaney was also, like, child of freaking battle sexual.
Be my guest. Heroes are always welcome in Natlan. Anyway, let's head to the stadium. Our fishing trip can wait until the sea's not going anywhere.
Act 2. 2 colored stones for some reason. It's time to go watch someone get reborn, maybe. Hopefully.
Ooh, this place is packed already.
Of course. No one's gonna miss out on the chance to welcome our heroes back from battle.
Yep.
It's their moment of glory. Kachina's gonna be so flustered. She's never had this many eyes on her before.
Yeah, she doesn't seem like the kind of person who likes being the center of attention.
Looks like I'm just in time.
Kachina is dead.
Kanich, you're here!
Until she won't be.
Yeah, a commission ran longer than expected, but I made it. I heard about the incident with your tribe, Mualani. Is everyone all right?
Yeah, it's all taken care of. Our new friend here's got some tricks up his sleeve, by the way. He's just as strong as Kachina made him out to be.
Yep, we're just that Sigma.
Hey, look! Is it about to start?
That's right. Someone will come out and recite a eulogy, and then we'll sing the Ode of Resurrection together. Come on, let's find a spot with a good view. When the singing starts, just follow my lead and you'll be fine. Let's go somewhere higher up so Kachina can spot us.
Warriors of Natlan, heed the call of life. We are the inheritors of memory and legend. Those who grew alongside sun and wind. Those who forged our own destiny and future. That is Natlan's fire.
Natlan.
Lifeblood of our nation.
When the screen gets inverted, you know it's about to get serious.
I could not find find
What?
Usually once the
What's going on?
This has never happened.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious. Clearly, the team sent to fight the Abyss didn't win after all. Think about it. The Ode rekindles all victors. We've witnessed it countless times. Since the Archon couldn't find Kachina in the Night Kingdom, that must mean there's more to this victory.
Hey! You just haven't gotten over the fact that Kachina—
pathetic.
Your wild guesses are misplaced.
Maybe you did. But who's to say whether that little girl even— Why would the YUB recognize someone like her, even if she was on the winning team?
How dare you insult Kachina sacrificed
Someone's
herself to repel the
salty.
abyss. She doesn't deserve to be subjected to your vile rumors when she's not even here to defend herself.
Calm down, Mualani. There's no point arguing with the likes of them.
I can't just sit here and let them slander her like that.
To insult a hero of Natlan, the person actually has to be a hero.
You...
Think about it, everyone. Who do you think is really at fault here? A girl who never should have even gone to war? Or the great Pyro Archon? Why would the rules of our nation suddenly stop working?
That's true. If she wasn't revived, it must mean she failed to achieve victory. Maybe the YUB interpret victory in different ways?
I mean, that girl didn't look all that strong to me.
Wait. Yeah, this part is horrible.
wouldn't have run! That's not—
No! She's been waiting for no matter how daunting. We don't even know what happened. So don't you dare try to use this.
Fine.
That's enough. There is no doubt about today's victory. However, to prevent further casualties.
What?
No one is all, but doubt is a If there are things you wish to clarify,
No,
even though I have said nothing.
That guy doesn't even have the courage to answer—
Damn.
I have
How
a
much
question.
for that glory?
My friend Kachina, I know you said you were in.
I've already shared everything. So, what do you?
Of course I'll join.
In that case,
We should join them.
oh, and if it's not, rest assured, everyone.
Push.
Once again, I apologize for the outcome of this ceremony. If there are no further questions, let's part for now.
Did she just ask us to come along?
I believe she did. Let's go. I'd like to know what's going on myself.
We have in fact been catcalled. Or something.
The situation is urgent, so I'll get straight to the point. Kachina is undoubtedly a hero of Natlan, and I'm deeply sorry this happened to her. There's been unrest in the Night Kingdom, but I don't know what's causing it. As a result, I've been unable to track down her location. Until we find and address the cause of the unrest, the Ode of Resurrection will continue to be ineffective.
Damn.
And that means Kachina won't be able to come back?
That's correct. Not until the problem with the Night Kingdom is resolved.
How long will that take?
It's hard to say.
Kachina always dreamed of fighting the Abyss, of doing her part to defend Natlan. She wasn't afraid of death because she knew, if it came down to it, the Pyro Archon would be there to bring her back to life. Whenever we sat down together, exhausted from training, she would always hum the Ode of Resurrection. She was supposed to come back to us. We were supposed to
This is
hug
so
her,
sad.
and celebrate with her, and share her joy. We supported her every step of the way, but what are we supposed to do now? Sit peacefully and wait for her return? Lose ourselves in grief over her death? Tell me, are we her friends? Or her murderers?
That's not fair, Mualani.
It's all right.
Matter of
I want to
fair
bring her back
is
as
quite
soon as possible.
subjective.
But please, hear what I have to say so I can at least give you a broader picture of considering the recent attack on your tribe. I believe
You mean...
the Sacred Flame. If we continue to hold the pilgrimage and send teams to fight the Abyss, there will likely be more casualties. But if we stop altogether, the sacred flame will only grow weaker. The Abyss will scale up their attacks, and the tragedy we saw with the people of the Springs will only—
If we compare the two choices... Sorry, the raw truth can be cruel.
But what would you say, Mualani?
No.
You're saying it does—
Yes. What happened to Kachina breaks my heart. But I couldn't bring myself to sacrifice other people for her sake.
Damn.
And that is the crux of the problem. Either way, once doubt has crept, their ultimate goal to prevent what happened to Kachina from happening to— And then we have to find— I understand your anger, Mualani. But I hope that provided some clarity, at least.
Wow. Hyman thought things were gonna get heated for a second, but the Pyro Archon took the time to explain everything so patiently.
I owe you an apology, Archon. I let myself get carried away earlier, and I'm sorry. You're right. We need to focus on finding solutions.
We could always hold the pilgrimage without sending a team to fight in the Night Warden Wars. That way, we would still be able to fuel the sacred flame.
I've considered that, but the two events have nearly always been linked. Without the chance to fight the Abyss, pilgrimage rankings lose their prestige, and competitor numbers will drop. With fewer participants, the amount of contending fire produced will decrease, and the vicious cycle will continue indefinitely.
So, essentially, the Abyss is taking Kachina hostage.
What happened?
You've learned about the concept, staying there, your sense of self. Imagine pouring a cup of— I won't sugarcoat it.
Just like you said, Archon, you can focus all your efforts on dealing with the sacred flame. I will go search for Kachina.
The Abyss poses the same—
Kachina's waiting for us to rescue her. That's all that matters.
I failed to
So
protect her
sad.
during our campaign, but I can make it up to her now. I choose to go as well.
Traveler? What do you think?
Understood. Then I'll support you in any way I can. The Masters of the Nightwind if we can find Kachina's ancient name, I can use the link between them to pinpoint her position within the Night Kingdom. Then comes the hard part. You need to visit the Night—
But isn't the Night Kingdom a land of souls? Can we even go there?
Under normal circumstances, only the consciousness can enter. But there is a way to go there in person. However, know that the Night Kingdom will attempt to repel you, and the Abyss certainly won't leave you be.
That's fine by me.
Same here. Fighting the Abyss is nothing new for me.
Damn.
So, Hyman's the only one who's scared? Well, if you're going, Traveler, Hyman's going too.
Lali of the Masters of the Nightwind once created an artifact that it was originally used as a ceremonial artifact wielded by the tribal chiefs. But that spiritual quality also means it can be used to search for an ancient name.
That was the artifact I delivered to the Scions of the Canopy a few days ago. Didn't think I'd be hearing about it again so soon.
Thank you so much for your help, everyone.
Your thanks.
Time
Beside,
for scioning the canopy.
Traveler, I certainly didn't expect I've heard all about your accomplishment. Why? Is that not what happened?
Yeah, things were pretty complicated at the start. And, you know, in the middle. But our reputation's solid nowadays.
That's more like it. After all, I've heard you're someone
Yeah.
who transcends fate.
Yeah.
Perhaps even more than you can imagine. But we can talk about that some other time.
Archon-less
This
behavior.
would be the perfect night for a drink and some musical ambiance. But there are important things to be done.
Oh, I almost forgot. Atea was wounded in the fight against the Abyss. She wanted us to give this to you. It embodies fond memories and my strength of will. That's what she asked us to tell you. She said you'd know what that means.
I didn't think this day would come so soon. The flames of her life force. I can feel them flowing within the talisman. If things were different, the two of us could have enjoyed the hot
This is
springs
so
together
sad.
while she gave this to me in person. We're supposed to be hot spring buddies after all. But don't worry. This talisman means a great deal to me. I'll take good care of it. And once this is all over, I'll pay Atea a visit.
You said you didn't want to jeopardize the production of Contending Fire. But that's not at all why you decided to suspend the pilgrimage, is it?
You're right. Even now, the production of Contending Fire is far from sufficient. The gradual corrosion caused by the Abyss has resulted in a massive shortage of pyro energy, and we're currently at the breaking point. As things stand, the pilgrimage is a lost cause. Suspending it allows us to save our strength to defend the tribes. The Abyss has brought catastrophe.
Yawn.
If the public learned that Natlan's destruction was close at hand, there would be immense panic. But if I said nothing at all, they would have continued to question the integrity of Natlan's heroes.
Another simple choice. The latter was clearly the better solution. But
A lot
you
of
chose
random choices
otherwise.
we gotta make.
I have never subscribed to the belief that the right choice is the one with the fewest sacrifices. Let's go. There's still a way for the sacred flame to last a little longer.
You mean?
Yes. The sacred flame must never go. So until our hero...
But that can only last so long.
Don't let desperation... Those chosen by the Wyab have already... All we can do is support them.
Even so, for you to make this sacrifice, it's not right.
Yeah, it isn't.
If not me, then who? No other is capable of sustaining the sacred flame. I possess great strength, but I'm not above my people. This is part of my duty.
Archon, it's the Fatui!
It's time for the It's time for the peakest fight scene ever.
The Archon of Natlan.
Gundam Tanaka!
A force to be reckoned with. The secret of the ley lines is no secret to me. Long have they been destined for ruin. And since the oath made 5 centuries ago remains unfulfilled, what use is the Gnosis in your hands?
I don't know what you mean. But it sounds like this is about more than the Tsaritsa.
In times of crisis, someone must pick up the mantle of salvation. Your plan has reached an impasse, and now it falls to me to create new rules for Natlan. But before the dawn of a new age, the old must be destroyed.
I assume that's the end of your speech? Good. People like us. Let our blades do the talking!
I'm not even gonna talk. I'm just gonna let this fight scene play out because it's epic. Now, this is epic. Something happened. Something does happen in Natlan Act 3.
Huh? Masters of the Night Wind. Send word. The captain and his followers must be apprehended.
Are you alright, Archon?
He was a formidable opponent. Exactly what I would expect from the first of the Fatui Harbingers.
Number 1,
Never imagined someone
Gundam
as strong as
Tanaka
him.
of the Fatui.
If the Tsaritsa sent him here, why would he bring up what happened 5 centuries ago?
Yeah. And how much does he know about Natlan?
The Harbingers are all driven by their own personal goals. The only purpose that unites them is collecting the Gnosis. But I'm sure the captain has his own reasons for being here as well.
Whatever his motive, we should shift our focus to the Fatui. If they attack again, and we're not prepared, we're done for.
No, we're running out of time. The wound I inflicted should hold him back and weaken him for the time being. Besides, I'm sure you noticed, the power that came to his rescue just now came from the Masters of the Night Wind.
In other words, there are traitors among us.
Sussy!
Not
Sussy among
necessarily.
us! Sussy!
This could prove to be a very valuable turn of events. When we exchanged final Kanich, go to the Masters of the Night Wind and look.
Of course, I'll head out right now.
Yes. Natlan's strength has never rested solely in its Archon. Together we foresaw the only path that leads to our nation's future. We must trust in that vision now.
Is everything okay, Archon?
I swear, r/kachina.
Completely fine. Just lamenting the fact that I never got a picture when I could still turn my hair into flames. Too late now.
She can no longer turn her hair into flames. Rip. She has no longer can turn her hair into flames. Rip. Kaboom!
What's happening at the stadium? Did something explode?
It feels like the Archon unleashed her power. She must be fighting a formidable opponent.
Should we go back and check?
Have faith in the...
Once we find Kachina's ancient name, we'll head right back.
Okay, let's just keep climbing.
Find the name. Scissors of the canopy. Who needs a Saurian? Like, who needs a Saurian when you can literally just... Up,
What can you tell us about the science of the
up and around.
The tribe's people are very adventurous.
Oh, kinda like us then.
I'm not so sure. You don't strike me as the type to enjoy danger. The science of the... That's Waina, the tribal chief. Let's
Waina.
return.
Imagine being called Waina, Lamau.
Chaska.
Nice to see you again. I'm afraid we don't have time for...
Whoa, hold on.
My friend Kachina.
Rescuer? From the Night Kingdom?
That's right.
I'm sorry. The nature of battle is unpredictable.
I appreciate what you're trying to say, Chief Waina.
I thought you might say it.
Is something wrong, Waina? Life isn't complete with...
If you're that determined.
Thank you.
The stoner.
Seems like you two go way back. But aren't...
Oh, Chaska's a peacekeeper. So she's famous through her younger sister, Queech.
Oh, you have a younger sister?
Yes. I'll introduce you to her sometime. But let's get back to business. Waina, how do we use the stone?
As you probably know, your intended destination is completely different from the real world. The Night... in that
Damn.
sense, the stone...
We couldn't do that or...
With a little practice, I'm sure you could. You have...
Who?
Vichama. He's got a keen eye.
Vichama?
He's one of Auntie Atea's hot spring buddies. Where can we find...
Ever since Malco passed, he spends most of his time gazing out at the...
Thank you.
Good luck.
The one good thing about Kanish that I like is that Ajaw does react. Like, Jesus, one expression that's just funny. Hello, I am a Yumgasaurus.
Someone admiring this.
I am a Yamakasaurus.
That's me. Did you need something? What? No, if you really think...
Are you okay? You don't look...
Everything's fine. After I help you find...
Your friend?
Yes.
That's not a problem. We agree to your...
Yeah.
Then we're agreed. I see. From what I can tell, once the connection is established,
Wow, you got all the...
I just picked up a... I'll go find an open...
We'll go right away.
First, I'll need some hook ropes.
Wait, are you saying you're
By creating something tangible in our world...
Oh, I see.
Right. I need one... Normally, you can only get a...
Gotcha!
Alright, let's split up. See that clearing? Oh, and you can sense...
What do you think, Chaska?
There's no need.
Anyway, it'll take some time to set everything...
What an odd guy. He seems so defeated, but also really invested in the stone at the same time.
I don't have any more insight than you, Paimon. Hang on, Kachina.
Oh, it's down here. Walking in the store. Give me your bananas.
Hello. Do you...
Hook ropes? As in rock climbing equipment?
Yes. How much...
Oh, the whole thing?
Deal.
Wait.
What, you want me to drive down the...
Oh, no problem at all. I'll even pass along some information on the house. All right. That's every...
Now we need the obsidian. Let's go talk to the...
me, do you sell obsidian?
Why, yes. I've got a chunk for sale.
Perfect. Is that the only... Thank you so much. We'll wait here.
Relax. Everything's going according to plan.
I know, it's just Kachina always carries all sorts of shiny stones.
Well, would you look at that? I did bring an extra. Here you go, young lady. How does it look?
Perfect! Thank you.
If you hadn't shown up, here you go. How's he doing?
Do you know what happened between them?
I heard about it Malcolm's 5 years ago, but on the eve of...
Then what happened?
The team agreed that he couldn't... Vichama didn't argue. It's just... Vichama went into a deep depression. Oh, you're not...
Yeah, it wasn't his fault.
But I've tried convincing him to move forward. Just the abyss has caught... Anyway.
Yoink. 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 Yoink.
Did you get everything?
Yep, it's all here. When do we start?
I've made all the necessary. As agreed, I'll help you find Kachina. Go ahead. After Malco fell, if I had been there, I've always...
But that happened. The Pyro Archon said all life...
There might not be much. All right, let's get to it.
What beats rock?
Make sure you prepare yourselves for battle. As I said, the stone will link the mortal realm to the...
Look at that golden thing. It must be one of those fragments Vichama mentioned. Let's get closer.
Collect my fragments. Just the slender Kachina, just collect my fragment. Collect the ancient name fragments.
Whoa, monsters incoming! Watch out, everyone!
This is fine.
Come a little closer.
Retribution.
You're in for a little...
Shame to have to be the weird abyssal kind. This actually gives me an interesting challenge idea. How much of Natlan can you beat while stuck as a Saurian?
Nice and spicy.
It's getting more purple.
Not long. We're getting close.
Oh god, it's getting purpler. Got it. What beats rock? Paper. What beats paper? Fancy paper.
Quick, take it.
Paper beats rock. Fire beats paper.
Hang in there, Malco. Just a little longer.
Something's not right.
The abyss is corroding his body. Vichama, you can't keep going. You'll die.
I should have died 5 years ago. I just need a little more time. Please, I'm almost there. Thank you.
Fuel. Oh yeah, I forgot.
Whoa, watch out! The power of the abyss is strong.
Easy.
This power.
Hanging in there?
Malco. No, what?
We can't wait any longer.
I already tried, but the power...
In that case, get back!
Chasco, wait!
Donk. What beats fuel?
Ouch. What happened just now?
Car.
Like the spirit speaker.
The stone's power was spiraling out of control. The only way to stop it was to destroy it. You were all caught in the shockwave of the explosion. You might feel dizzy for a while. but
1,000
that's normal.
ton.
Give us a heads up next time, will you? You're lucky we managed to dodge it in time.
1,000 ton
That's what I said
metal.
back then.
Yeah, barely a second before you made it go poof. Not everyone...
I am the first person in What Beats Rock to beat Car with a 1,000 ton
Okay.
metal cube.
I'll be more careful next time.
At least Kachina's ancient name is still in one piece. Wait,
Can we get much higher?
Vichama!
Vichama!
I couldn't find. Once your ancient name disappears, there's no coming back.
First
From
person
the very
to
beginning,
beat that.
knew there was a slim chance, but still. And now,
Vichama.
I'm sure he's heard enough condolences over the years. Let's just...
Huh? What's that in your hands, Vichama? It looks like something's glowing.
this is.
Hey, not enough to swing a.
Huh.
Too bad. No one. I never thought I'd actually die on this mission. Not that I'm afraid to die. It's just hard thinking about my mom's face when she hears the news.
You under an Acme brand anvil.
Pisak. Always had to beat me at everything, didn't you? Right to the end, you were never. Maybe you're right. Vichama, don't be sad. Just keep on living. For the both of us.
Skill issue.
Was that a memory?
What beats
Seems like we were
skill
able to
issue?
salvage something after all.
Of course. Seeing him, but it also brings with it an evil.
A deeper pain? Why?
Malco was always the type to
A
put up with
bajillion sandwiches.
But for all these years,
Vichama.
What do you mean getting good at something doesn't revolve
Actually,
eating a
when you
ridiculous
asked me
amount of
about
sandwiches?
once allowed to fester, guilt. If I could do it all over again, I would have followed Malco to the front. That way, even if the outcome stayed the same, I still would have fought alongside. There are critical junctures in life, and if you don't seize the chance to act, there's no going back. That's something I had to learn in hindsight.
Thank you, Vichama. I feel even more determined now. Kachina will come back.
What
to
beats
us,
a
I
rock?
promised I
2
would find it,
rocks.
And I intend to keep that promise.
That's good to hear.
3 rocks.
Once abyssal corrosion enters
Oh,
the
come
body,
on,
the
3
corrosion
rocks?
infuse itself to your internal organs. Even though the Traveler possesses powers of purification, the corrosion can never be fully eradicated. Thanks to him, though, you were only briefly exposed. Just speaking from experience, that's all.
Anyway, we've recovered Kachina's ancient name, so we're off to a good
Anything.
start.
Get creative.
Oh,
Literally anything. What beats
Koichi,
rock?
Are you really gonna just stand there like that? I don't know what you want from me.
What beats rock? A bigger rock.
Honestly, it's just one thing after another with you two. We're back.
What beats rock? A sharper rock.
dumb with your own sister? You know exactly why I'm here.
Flint.
My apology.
A sharper rock.
I'll be just a moment.
Metal.
Who is that?
Koichi, Chaska's younger sister. Although the two aren't
Diamonds.
related by blood, it's kind of a long story. It's not really my story to tell. But
Never right.
It's not a secret. You see, she was afflicted with a rare disease when she was a child and abandoned in the wild as a result.
End crystal.
The Abyss found her out there,
Explosion.
all on her own, and tried to devour that strength of will.
For some reason?
Well,
Ah, I remember those days. One of those fights was definitely
Being one block
but
under the explosion.
fighting 1 minute and your friends the next. Eventually, she found a way to rein in that desire to fight. And now she's called to resolve conflicts. She's known as the Peacemaker. It sounds like she still argues with
What
Koichi,
beats
though.
being one block under the explosion? Another explosion.
Oh, I get it.
I'm all for your adventure. You need to take risks when you're young. By
Blast
the time
protection
you're my
armor.
age, you couldn't attempt something like that even if you wanted to. Still,
All right, it's just the two of
Being
us now. You have 1 minute to
submerged
explain
in
yourself.
molten lava.
I don't have anything to say.
That attitude is exactly the problem. It's like you don't care. You try to sneak off to the Night Kingdom behind my back and then play it down as if it.
Well, technically I am going abroad, right?
One day I'm going to cosplay as the music make you lose control triangle.
We agreed, didn't we? There are 4 levels of danger. If it's not something urgent, you can only engage in level 2 danger. But a trip to the night.
What do you mean, sneak into the...
You bought off Uncle Wina, didn't you? He promised me
Milk
he would
bucket.
keep me from doing anything dangerous.
You feel like he went back on his word.
Oh, I knew it. So he did.
This is important.
What do you mean milk bucket doesn't beat a fire resistance potion?
You know what? I'm a doctor, and I handle legit.
All right, whatever. Anything else?
You. What do you mean, anything else? Why don't you reflect on what you've done?
Time out.
Chaska does it.
Then
But the person you become when you lose.
that's a different
Music
issue.
make you lose control. Music make you lose
Person's
control.
only as good as their morals.
I've also told you that managing your condition.
Sometimes you have to make sacrifices. All right, let's stop this here. If we keep going, I might actually have to get serious. And
Is that a threat? That sounds like a threat to me.
Koichi!
So,
Then support me. I'll be back. All you have to do is wait.
Chaska. So, that's it. Why'd you have to turn out to be so darn annoying?
I'm on salty. Goddamn.
you two are something else.
Something you wanted to say?
I know you aren't related by blood, but you two sure are similar.
Really?
You know, I said that it's not my place to get involved, but I will say this. Try to spend a little more time with your sister. You're tough kids. That doesn't mean you have to go it alone.
Thank you.
Anytime. Alright. If you're done with the Spirit Speaker Stone, you might as well hand it over. According to Kinich, it's an important ceremonial artifact, so it'd be safer to keep it with me.
About that.
If only Tone-Deaf Bard was here, he could have repaired it just like the Holy Liar.
It might be in a few more pieces than you remember.
Huh?
Yep.
I see. Sounds like it was an urgent situation. If someone's life was on the line, then you had no choice. Still, Citlali's going to be a nightmare to deal with now that you've broken her stuff. I'll explain everything to her later. Stay safe out there in the Night Kingdom, okay? I'll wait here for you.
And we're going back to Malvika. 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 In we go.
We're back! We found Kachina's ancient name, too!
Yep.
Well, it's fairly complicated. Let me give you the condensed version.
The Fatui again? We can't go anywhere without them causing trouble.
But what if the Fatui finds out you've lost your power? Won't they try to take advantage of the situation?
That's... Look, I wish I could offer you some sort of consolation, but I won't lie to you. With multiple factions closing in, there's nothing comforting about the situation we're facing. Still, all you need to do is focus on your goal.
Okay.
You can leave the complicated matters to me.
I can also step in on the Pyro Archon's behalf. There's a limit to what I can accomplish, but I'll help you however I can.
There's no need to be so modest, Yan-san. Your incredible strength has long been a well-known fact. You're the pride of your tribe.
Archon, I'm sorry about before. You have so much on your plate, so much that you have to worry about. But all I could do was focus on my own feelings.
You have nothing to be sorry about. We all get overwhelmed by our emotions, myself included. Your reaction to Kachina's disappearance, I understand that feeling very well. Well, now that we have Kachina's ancient name, let's go track her down.
Yep.
Follow me.
What is this place? Hey, isn't that Atea's talisman?
Good eye. This is where I store all the various
Yep.
mementos I've collected.
Whoa. I've never seen this place before. There's so many things in here.
It looks like there are items from every tribe. Collecting them must have taken a lot of effort.
I suppose you could think of it as a hobby of sorts. In Natlan, everyone grows up listening to the stories of heroes, and physical items do a far better job of preserving those stories than our own memory. Now, I still have some preparations to make for the ceremony, so feel free to take a look around in the meantime. If you're curious about an item, I'm more than willing to tell you about its origins.
Alright, we'll have a look.
Just gotta look around.
This is Atea's.
I'm sure you're familiar with this one already. The powder still needs some time to settle, so let's wait a little longer. Well, what do you think of my collection? Do you feel like you have a better...
Yeah, if each item represents a different story, seems like Natlan's really been through a lot. Does every item hold a special memory, just like Atea's talisman?
That's right. The items in my collection actually serve a similar purpose to the ancient. They demonstrate that
The shape.
most people perceive time as a linear concept, almost like a straight line that can only move forward. We cannot change the past or predict the future. But there's also a different theory, one that I believe to be closer to the truth. Namely, that the past, present, and future all exist at once.
At once? Paimon's not sure she understands.
Let's say your journey ended right now. Thinking back on your experience in each nation, which one would you say was the most important?
Yes.
Exactly. Even at the end of your journey, the things you experienced along the way don't cease to exist. They become part of who you are. Take out a portion of that journey, and you would likely make very different decisions, and eventually arrive at a very different destination. The future is the same way. It exists even though it has yet to come to pass. We just lack the means to perceive it. Of course, there are those with the power to foresee the future. They simply call it by a different name. Fate. You're quite familiar with that concept, I would imagine.
That does kinda make sense. The future hasn't happened, but already exists.
Humanity excels at living in the present. But too often, while the pilgrimage and the Night Warden Wars lead us to a better future. Only by uniting the people of Natlan across countless eras can we fight back against an enemy as for to come up with such a set of rules. The first Pyro Archon must have possessed a level of insight I can only imagine. That's correct, namely a framework through which ordinary people can ascend to Archonhood. By holding the pilgrimage, we're able to determine the strongest among us. And when that
Among
person
Us
ascends to the divine throne, their inner flame will awaken. In addition, the sacred flame will grant them significant knowledge and memory of this land. After all, that's how I came to know everything I just told you.
So, it all comes down to the power of the divine throne and the rules. Wait, is that a family portrait?
Yes, that's my mother. I turned a piece of my dad's leather armor into a canvas and commissioned a famous artist to paint our likeness.
Your sister is so cute! It looks like the two of you are really close. Paimon was having a hard time thinking of an Archon as...
Yeah, young Mavika is
anything special
cute.
about you before. Oh, wait, is Paimon allowed to say that?
A little late for that question, don't you think?
Sorry! Paimon's so sorry! Paimon's mouth works faster than her brain sometimes!
It's alright. I'd never get upset over something like that. No matter what others may say, my past is a precious part of my identity. I'm forever proud of the life I used to lead. Becoming the Archon doesn't mean you sever ties with your family. The position just comes with a lot of responsibilities, so it impacts how often you get to see them. My father made the most delicious stew, so my sister would often bring me a large pot of his cooking, and we would sit on a blanket and eat it together. One time, we didn't close the door securely, and the Saurians you were raising ran into the room and knocked over the entire pot. My sister immediately burst into tears. The two troublemakers were going for the meat, but when they saw my sister's distress, they froze on the spot. I still remember the way they laid there, sulking like a pair of children.
This is so sad.
Making such a mess. It was frustrating, but in the end, all I could do was comfort my sister and move on.
Wow.
Isn't that what being a family is all about? I think about that story a lot, actually. As the Archon, I made a vow to defend this nation, and experiences like that, they remind me exactly what I'm trying to protect.
Well, what happened
Yep.
after that? This portrait looks pretty old. Your sister must be all grown up by now, right?
I believe she ended up working as an architect and artist. She built many houses and crafted many beautiful works of art. Anyway, that's enough about me. Now that the powder is settled, we can begin. Yup, place the ancient name
Make
up
the
there,
Night Kingdom
and then
portal.
we'll begin.
Place the ancient name, god damn it.
Surely as the echoes of life resound through heaven and earth, so too shall our stories remain eternal. Ancient name, take us to your fated bearer. Allow her to answer our call.
Kachina is alive.
Am I hallucinating again?
Kachina, are you okay?
Huh? I'm not seeing things.
It's okay, Kachina.
Everyone, you have to listen to me. I've been investigating the Night Kingdom this entire time. I was waiting for the Y-Up to... The Y-Up saved me. Even though its power is... The Night Kingdom has become a...
Don't listen to those. All you need to do is stay.
It's okay.
Don't.
I've never been strong or special at all, really. So I don't blame anyone for forgetting about me or leaving me behind. I'll find a way back.
You're always like that. I don't know what lies the. You're a victor of the Night Warden Wars, a hero of Natlan. All you need to do.
Still, I don't.
All you need to do is place your trust. No one fights alone. We're not leaving you behind.
Yeah, we're so close. We can't.
Connection cut.
Looks like we've lost contact. Now comes the most dangerous part. You have to traverse the Night Kingdom in your physical form. This entrance to the Night Kingdom was left behind after
I know. I'm prepared for that possibility.
Alright, then I wish you all the best. I'll tell Koichi to be ready just in case. She's very experienced in dealing with abyssal corruption. That face you just made. Don't tell me you two got into another argument.
No, I just feel bad for.
They got into another argument.
I'll go with them too, Archon. The more people, the stronger the party.
Thank you so much for your help, everyone. It really means a lot that you're willing to.
Now that I've lost my power, I won't be able to provide much practical support. But I can still keep an eye on the situation from here. Eon-san, I know it's unlikely, but if you encounter a situation you can't handle...
That won't happen.
I hope not.
Let's go. Got some runes to enter, baby. In we go.
What's the hurry?
So we're underneath Natlan right now? It looks nothing like Paimon was imagining.
That's because in the distant past, Natlan was home to an incredibly advanced civilization. Humans only established their own society after the fall of the dragons.
So these are Saurian ruins? Wait, you mean like
Dragons.
the sovereigns? They had their own advanced civilization?
Yes, a really long time ago. Very few records have survived until now, so no one really knows what the devices here are for. These ruins have been abandoned for a long time, but with the recent increase in Abyss activity, the installations around here have...
So what you're saying is...
No. It's going to be obstacle...
Let's get on with it.
It's the pre-adventure.
Of course. I'm eager to get started.
Then let's go.
Seems like the road ends here. How should we get across?
It is possible to beat this entire thing with only Geo Traveler.
As a professional trainer, I think you could stand to build up your endurance, Paimon.
Professional trainer? Paimon thought you were a warrior from the Collective of Planning.
Well, that goes without saying. But I actually work as a sports coach.
Can't wait to finally be done with the story so I can actually get on to the better part. The world quests.
Familiar?
We've fought them before. Let's go. Show no mercy.
Oh, so sorry.
All this and I still haven't technically passed AR-45 yet.
Close. You're in for a little
Can't wait for the AR-50 hell I'm gonna have to go through. I'm gonna have to get like my entire group to level 80.
Come a little closer.
One day I am going to have to get all my characters up to like level 90.
Whoa. The place we need to go seems really high up.
Hello. Get out of here.
Come a little closer. Surrender and be gentle.
At least they're using different enemies instead of just standard Abyss order.
You're in for a little.
Every nation has their own unique enemy set. Besides Mondstadt and Leeway, because they're the first ones, so they're the exception. Inazuma has the Ronin. Sumeru has the mushrooms. Fontaine has the Gardamex. Natlan has the Abyss Saurians and stuff. What's Shiznaya gonna have? More Fatui? Yeah, they forget Shiznaya is gonna be the conclusion of anything related to the Fatui. And we also have to have a chapter on Conria.
You're in for a little.
Nice and spicy.
Why is my Lisa always dying? One time I could stand to actually run defense on Lisa, because she's just that freaking fragile for some. She's that fucking fragile for no fucking reason. Get me in! Let me in, please!
This is the final stretch. We just need to climb up, and we'll be there. Nothing to it.
Easy for you to say.
Genshin Impact, any percent speedrun. What is this and how do I get rid of it?
This must be the entrance.
Yes.
We actually have... Okay, Paimon just needs to psych herself up. Hey! You don't have to drag Paimon! You're pulling too hard!
Looks like we made it. This is the Night Kingdom.
Oh, it looks so...
That overflow of energy is probably what trapped Kachina.
From this point forward, everything we know about the real...
Paimon's more worried about how we're gonna make it out. We obviously can't go back the way we came.
Do you see that patch of light on the ground? It's shining down from that fissure in the sky.
Oh yeah, right in front of us. So that's coming from up there? Oh, it's so high up. Did we really fall that far down?
Just like I said, our real-world knowledge doesn't apply here. We fell all this way, yet came out completely unscathed.
Huh.
If this was the real world, we'd have to climb our way back up to the entrance. But here, all we have to do is stand underneath the light and offer a prayer.
That's it?
Yep.
You really think that little of Paimon? That's not even why Paimon asked.
So that means all we need to do is find Kachina and bring her to this location.
Exactly. This light is streaming in from the real world. It's a link between the two realms.
The terrain looks difficult to navigate, and the visibility is not great either. How are we supposed to find Kachina in these conditions?
Yeah.
Yart.
These floating black things don't look super friendly either.
Those are all manifestations of abyssal power. Be careful.
Ghost! A talking
It's the spooky.
Calm down, I'm here to help. You're the ones who helped Vichama. Yes, I'm Vichama's friend, Malco. It's like it was...
It's the cum man.
No, we should be the ones apologizing. But
You
we
look
can't be
like
destroyed.
cum.
Of course. Under the power of this, turns out even our regret...
Whether in triumph...
Exactly.
It looks like me whenever I see Layla.
Looking for a young girl from the... I'd like to help her while I'm still in this... Be careful. This place has been severely corroded.
Paimon didn't realize it had gotten this bad.
It's like a seething volcano ready to engulf our world at any moment.
It's the two-shot phantoms. Run.
Stick close to me. My power will be able to ward off attacks for the time being.
Ouch!
Quick, get back here. You can't go wandering off. It's too dangerous.
Not if I run fast enough. Highest stamina perk, don't fail me now. Nah, I'm OP. I can afford to goof around here.
We won't be able to keep this up. Let's try another route. This way.
It's the cum man. He's going to come. He's going to come all over the enemies.
Not good. More monsters.
Hey guys! Sex joke!
Shouldn't waste our time on them.
Come a little closer.
Nice and spicy.
Oh, so sorry.
Get out, little bro. The Night Kingdom don't want you here, little bro.
Cool it.
You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer.
Retribution!
Layla is just like me, for real. Fellow sleep-deprived college student. The only thing keeping me sane is Coca-Cola. It's the dark evil come. It's post-nut, aka post-nut regret.
Oh, Paimon can't see anything.
It's easy to get lost here. Just stick close.
I could see the cum man, I'll be fine. The cum man stopped! What does this mean? We're being surrounded by the...
Did you hear that?
It's post-nut regret.
Never mind.
Don't scare Paimon.
I heard it too.
What did it say?
You're going to
It doesn't
die.
matter.
You know who else?
Paimon just heard it too.
You know who else lies?
Keep going. Paimon.
Your mom! She's alive! Oh god. She's being surrounded by the post-nut regret phantoms.
We're here, Kachina.
Honey?
Looks like our reunion will have to wait until we take care of these.
Good idea. Let's.
Kill!
You're in for a little.
Donk, donk. Start bonk. Bonk, 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 bonk. Oh man, I am dying in here, bro.
You're here. You're finally here. Thank you so much. That monster can appear from anywhere. It almost caught me a bunch of times. The YF's power helped keep me hidden, so I just tried to stay out of sight until you got here.
Had a girl. You did so well. And most importantly, you weren't hurt.
Should we start heading back then? Actually, I have a request. I can't exactly put it into words, but something's wrong with the Ode of Resurrection.
Yeah, we know.
That was the Pyro Archon.
In the Night Kingdom, there are 6 main totem poles representing the Wyab of each tribe. You can think of them like the body of each Wyab. Additional totem poles, like the ones around here, serve as proxies to which the Wyab can extend their consciousness. There are countless proxies scattered around the Night Kingdom. Through them, the Wyab can extend their consciousness over the entire realm and track down souls no matter where they roam. But if a proxy were to become severely contaminated, then a soul could become lost within the Night Kingdom.
Judging by the current situation, I don't think we're dealing with just one contaminated proxy. Even if we could drive back the abyssal power from one of them, that probably wouldn't even put a dent in the problem.
Still, we can't just leave the Wyab to suffer. It's protected me this whole time.
I agree.
Yeah.
We might even manage to draw out the monster that's been hunting Kachina. Getting rid of the monster might slow down the deterioration of the Night Kingdom.
Kachina? What's wrong?
Nothing. Just a headache. And that voice again, telling me to abandon the Wyab and leave this place. Maybe we really should leave. Kachina's already been here for No, I'm fine. I don't plan on listening to that nonsense. I can hold on.
Yep.
Just up ahead. I'll lead the way. Besides, I can still fight, so please, help me out a little longer.
Listen to me, Kachina. We'll come with you, but that's because we want to help the Y-Up, not because we have something to prove. You don't have anything to prove either. It's okay if you reach your limit. We'll be there for you.
All right. The sooner we get this done, the better.
We've already come all this way, so we might as well try to get to the bottom of this.
Let's go. This way.
I'll stay here and try to stall the Abyss monster.
All by yourself? That's too dangerous.
It's all right. I may not be as strong as that monster, but I'm definitely more familiar with the area. Besides,
Yep.
I don't have much time left. If you're anything like my friend, I'm sure you're not particularly fond of goodbyes. So go.
Thank you for
You're a true...
Thank you. No one fights alone.
Check on the weird totem pole thing.
Let me help you walk.
Oh, I am straight dying. Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna have to return to this place sometime. Imagine having to hunt Pyroculi in here.
Y-Up? Y-Up, I'm back. My friends and I are here to heal you. Y-Up?
So we were right. The contamination is our... Alright, get ready, everyone. Time to purge the abyssal energy from this place.
I am the one.
We've got company.
Oh, god damn it.
Already?
Enjo. That's not Enjo.
He tried to get He would have dispersed with. You may have defeated others of my kind in the past, but no. I thought this naive little girl was. That is the tribe ancient names. The Pyro Archon. Don't believe me? Then ask yourself. Why is the Pyro Archon strong beyond measure, while you, Kachina?
Kachina.
Don't listen to that bastard.
Feel that?
Thanks, Moalani. Because I'm...
You're right. But you also...
What?
The courage we have to stand before you and not back down. The power lies not, but in our commitment to a...
Well said.
Let's go, Kachina. It shouldn't take more than 2 of us to handle an enemy like this.
Sorry in advance.
There aren't many in...
Right here. Clear the area.
Check this out.
You can't see me. My time is now.
Let her rip.
You're cooked, little bro.
Carving way.
You're cooked, little bro. The Abyss don't want you no more, little bro.
We actually won.
That's what he gets for underestimating you two.
Fantastic work, Kachina. Absolutely fantastic. This makes me so unbelievably happy.
I'm happy too, Moalani. Together we really are unstoppable.
Huh? My ancient name is glowing? But I thought I didn't bring it with me.
It's probably a projection from the real world, but that doesn't explain why it's glowing all of a sudden.
Wait.
That was
way
a
up
brave
prepared.
move, diving headfirst into the fire to save your friend, especially in a place so overrun with abyssal corruption. Still, seeing you pull it off, everything you said was exactly right. As isolated individuals, we stand no chance against the power of the Abyss. It took years' work. The Pyro Archon's plan will unite us as one. Everyone has a part to play. Only then will we have the power to defeat the strongest of foes.
Who are you?
Tupac, a warrior from the people of the
Tupac?
I fought against
I thought he
the
died.
invasion 500 years ago.
I've heard that name before. You were the giant who saved all of Natlan.
Since you were able to awaken my words from your ancient name, that means you have fully embodied the aspirations of the Wyab. Under the name...
Me?
As long as blood still runs through your veins, even the tiniest spark of steel against stone can ignite a flame. Its blaze will become even amid everlasting darkness. Our bonds remain eternal.
Yep. Real.
So that's...
What do you mean?
500 years ago, they foresaw...
We can go over the details once we get back. I know bits and pieces, but I had no idea.
This sounds like something that's going to need a...
Way up purified, hell yeah.
I hear your voice, Kachina, my dear child.
Great. Well then, I'm afraid it's time to say goodbye. I just wanted to make sure you were okay before we leave, but we can't afford to stay here any longer. I was going to ask why you bestowed an ancient name upon someone like me, but it's okay. I'll keep searching within myself for the answer. I'll never stop trying to improve my strength. One day, I'll live up to the hero you saw in me.
You are already an outstanding child in my eyes, Kachina. No matter what happens.
Huh?
You are all... Your ancient name is just... Focus on the story.
You.
It gladdens me to see the Pyro Archon's plan move and go now, my children.
I know we've never met before, Wyab. Thank you for...
Whoa!
It's time for the cutscene.
We're out of time.
It's the power of the Abyss. Quick, we need to...
It's time for the Golden Slumber reference.
It's a Sealy! This...
These rocks really think they could stop me. Fish gaming.
The opening in the sky! It's closing!
We need to hurry, or we'll be stuck here.
Nope, that's a barrier.
Watch out for the falling rocks!
Quick, through the middle.
Speed run.
We'll never make it!
Yeet. Mission failed. We'll get him next time. Get out! Get out!
You've done well. Now
Get out! You've done well. Now get out!
We're back! The
Yep.
Pyro Archon saved us.
But she's not here. Yeah, didn't she?
She's still in the speaker's chamber. What we saw in the Night Kingdom was just her consciousness.
So you're saying her consciousness did all that?
Every great display of power comes at a price. You must feel terrible, Kachina. Just hold on. We'll get you to a doctor soon. Let's get back to the stadium. The Pyro Archon said she'd have a doctor waiting for us.
I recommend getting a full checkup, just to make sure no damage gets left behind.
Paimon feels okay. What about you, Traveler?
Yeah, we're fine.
You always seem to do pretty well against the Abyss.
Let's get going. We need to share what we learned in the Night Kingdom as well.
Right. The Wyatt mentioned something about the Pyro Archon's plan. What is it exactly?
I'll let her explain everything. We're all a part of the plan now. Every move we make from here on out will decide Natlan's ultimate fate.
What's the hurry?
We did it. We saved Natlan for now. It's all empty, dog.
Huh. There's a lot less stuff here than before.
It's good to see you all here in one piece.
Can we
I know
get
you
much
must have so many
higher?
questions, but let Koichi check you over first.
Thank goodness you made it back. I came here as soon as the Pyro Archon told me about your plan. Take a seat, everybody. I'll examine you one by one.
Yep.
All right, that should do it for now. But just to be safe, I'll perform another checkup in a couple of days. I have to say, though, I've never...
He always has been special like that. He can even purify its power.
Given the current situation, that ability will likely play a great role in the events to come.
Of course.
Thank you, Koichi.
Yeah, we're just straight up
Alright,
immune to
alright.
Abyss shit.
We might not just give it time. I'm sure we'll figure things out between us one day.
Yeah.
All right. There's so much to discuss, I don't even know where to begin. You've seen it for yourselves now. The devastation in the Night Kingdom. I'll get straight to the point. Natlan is on the verge of
Huh? No.
That's right. But I've only ever disclosed that fact to the handful of people working with me to save this nation. Our looming destruction is not a recent development, but the inevitable conclusion of the disaster the Abyss initiated 500 years ago.
Mulan told us a little bit about that.
Yep.
500 years ago, all the nations of Tevat were invaded by the Abyss. Unlike the other nations, Natlan never had stable and deep-rooted ley lines, so we suffered the worst of the invasion. The battle against the Abyss was exceedingly long and brutal. In the end, victory came at the cost of our civilization and countless lives. Even then, it took centuries of solving the disasters caused by the Abyss to finally achieve the peace we know today. And still, this is but a superficial victory. The forces of the Abyss have merely been driven back underground. Their threat to Natlan remains as real as ever.
I'd never have guessed.
The problems plaguing the Night Kingdom are all the more complicated because that realm is essentially functioning as Natlan's ley lines. Immediately after the war, our calculations estimated that we would have a maximum of 500 years before the Night Kingdom was completely lost to the Abyss. But at that time, we were a nation of the destitute. Our civilization was dying, our faith crumbling, and the line of power passed down from the Wayab nearly severed. If we didn't bring the nation back together, the Ark.
So that's what. After finding Kachina, I encountered a strange figure who gave me a series of new memories. Since the plan was mentioned in those memories, I guess I've been chosen to play an important role in it. But there's still something
It's
I don't
memories,
understand.
man.
Those
Two-pack.
memories showed me the Pyro Archon from back then. And it was you.
Huh? But that doesn't make any sense. The Pyro Archon is
That's right. The hardest thing for humans to overcome has always been time, or rather, the natural limitations of our lifespan. A god can extend a human's life by using a certain amount of divine power, or subjecting them to a curse. But, as we all know, Natlan doesn't have gods like that. We can only rely on our own methods. A human life is like a flame destined to be extinguished. 500 years ago, I placed my life within the sacred flame. Only by dying before my time could I have the chance to wake up again.
So, in other words, this is your second life?
Yes. We only managed to defeat the Abyss all those years ago because the tribes came together as one. If the Natlan of the future was the goal was to once a tribe, the chosen would
So that means...
That's right. You after your adventure and then...
So another...
Yes. The 6 heroes successfully inherited the ancient names from 500 years ago, but the intel regarding the plan wasn't passed on to them. Once again, it comes down to the deterioration of the Night Kingdom. Communication between...
Just like how the...
Exactly. It's just another tactic the Abyss is using against us. The Abyss may not possess intelligence, but its methods certainly aren't easy to counter. If we want to unblock that information from being passed on, my presence alone isn't enough. The ancient name-bearer must establish a greater connection to their name. So, I've tried my best to help them from the sidelines.
Yep.
Currently, Shalonen of the Children of Echoes, Kinich of the Scions of the Canopy, and Iansan of the Collective of Plenty have all been acknowledged by their names. During your adventure, you too earned the acknowledgement of your Wayab Mualani. In the process, you gained the memories stored within your name.
Yep. 2 people left.
Less than a year.
Yes, but we have no choice. We cannot start the plan. That's also why I haven't been able to take action despite the urgency of the situation.
But if you knew this whole time, why didn't you just tell me about my role in all this? Wouldn't that make everything go a lot faster?
Perhaps, but the opposite could also be. Just like your determination to save...
So I suppose you're not...
That's right. Their time is yet to come. Putting pressure on them before... I can only... I have never believed I could solve... Natlan's salvation lies not in it. You're quite perceptive, aren't you?
Huh?
Something.
Even though I sacrificed my power, I still needed... After all, I was the one who allowed you to take that risk, and Mualani has an important role to play in my plan. In addition to their sentimental value, the items I stored here held a much more important purpose. Fuel.
Fuel?
Yes. The stories embodied by those items are certainly important, but there's an even more significant trait they all share. Every item belonged to a hero of Natlan. Over time, they became imbued with a certain amount of contending. On their own, each item's power is limited, but together, their combined effect can prove quite useful in a dire situation. By burning those items, I was able to activate the contending fires stored within them to open the boundary between the two worlds. It was a rather crude approach, so all their power was depleted in an instant, as you can see.
But
It's
weren't
gone,
they all
bro.
precious treasures? What about their stories?
That's exactly why I dragged you all here. No matter what, I never wanted the Pyro Archon to have to use that power. Oh, I'm so sorry.
You have nothing to be sorry for. You all deserve my thanks, actually. If you hadn't saved the totem pole, that area of the Night Kingdom would have been forever lost to the Abyss. And then, it would only be a matter of time. Besides, when those heroes entrusted their belongings to me, or the Pyro Archon of their time, if they knew those items helped
Even when you put it that way, I still feel bad.
There's no need. Remember what I told you about time? The people and the events of the past.
Time or something, I don't know.
Regrets, let them fuel your resolve in the battles to come. Your deeds will become new.
Well, we'd still like to return the favor.
Well, if that's the case, just treat me to a drink sometime. Now that Kachina has returned, we can finally hold the victory feast and celebrate your team's triumph in the Night Warden Wars.
Yep.
And we could all use the rest, that's...
Still, now that I know the danger...
Try not to let it get to you. Alright. You should head out.
When I was young, I used to sit by the hot springs and listen to the stories of warriors from all over Natlan. The people of the springs have never claimed the hot springs as their own private property. They are there to bring all hot spring buddies together.
Hot spring buddies.
I've witnessed their energy, their determination, their absolute passion for life. Even when they cause trouble, I never managed to hold on to my anger for long. It's unbelievable how quickly they worm their way back into my good graces. I'm certain Mualani will become a great warrior when she grows up. She possesses infinite potential. I can see it. One day, when I'm no longer in fighting form, I'll come here and tell stories to all the children, just like those warriors did for me. So, you better get busy, Pyro Archon, or I'll end up running out of stories.
This is so sad.
Our nation is engulfed in darkness. Our tribes stand divided, and yet you promise victory in the distant future. The Abyss, my rage, will never know absolution, and my power will no longer aid you in victory. But you came to me because I understand your choice. The heroes of today will forge the path ahead with blood and fire. Just remember to earn us the victory we are owed. Otherwise, rest assured, I'll find a way to collect the debt. For Natlan.
Damn.
So, you're gonna head 500 years in the future to serve as the Pyro Archon again? But what about the you from right now? You're just gonna die?
You can't ask her those questions and expect her to answer, my dear. The decision is hers to make, and she deserves our support. We will do everything we can to rebuild the tribes. Don't you worry. Even across time.
Yeah, Mom.
Oh,
I am... Just remember, no matter what happens in the future, we will always love you.
I'll come find you one day. I know I can't live that long, but I'll think of something.
This is so sad.
For us to meet again one day. If there's an answer out there somewhere, I'm gonna find it. So, don't forget about me.
If that's your decision, then you have my full support, Archon.
May our children live to see such a lovely son.
For Natlan!
No one fights alone.
The memories are dying, Lamau.
The rules are my legacy. They shall grant us the strength to overcome the next tragedy.
War forged the 6 tribes, taught us how to fight, instilled in us what it means to love.
Who will be the one to bring this to an end?
We are those who grew alongside sun and wind, those who forged our own destiny and future. That is Natlan's fire, the lifeblood of our nation.
This is so sad. Alexa, play Despacito. Back around here.
What's the hurry?
I remember the first time I was here. This place was so confusing. I unironically thought one of the horns was an entrance to the inn.
Hey, Koichi! You here for the victory feast too?
Oh, no. I knew Chaska would be here, so I just came to deliver some medicine. I was about to leave, actually. No, it's not that I don't want to celebrate Kachina and the others. I'm so glad she made it back. It's just... well, I'll make things awkward.
Ah, well, you two had a fight, so Paimon can understand.
Yeah.
She didn't cause any trouble during...
Yeah,
Nope.
she was
That's good.
Is there a reason you asked? You were pretty outspoken when...
Maybe it seemed unreasonable, picking that fight with her before you left, but I did it for a reason. Her impulse to fight is extremely strong. Her mental strength helps her rein it in, but she still loses control sometimes. I had no idea what you might face in the Night Kingdom, so I didn't want to take any chances.
So what you're saying is...
You were too worried.
Okay, so maybe it sounds a little stupid, but it works pretty well. It helps her keep her cool for a little while, at least. Anyway, I'm just glad you were able to make it back safe and sound. That's all I wanted.
But do you really have to go that far? Can't you just talk it out?
No way. Chaska never opens up about her own pain, especially... I appreciate the understanding, and don't worry. I'll find a way to help her ease this burden. Anyway, I need... Oh, and if you ever need a doctor, you know who to find.
Huh. Who would have thought there was a deeper... In the end, it's all the Abyss's fault.
Into the inn.
Let's give a huge round of applause to our brave young warrior, Kachina! Woohoo!
Common Kachina W.
Kachina? Thank you, everyone. I'm so glad I finally made it.
I always knew you could do it. With so much potential at your age, you have a great future ahead of you.
You're one to talk. Don't think I didn't know you were the first person to abandon your team. I'll be dealing with you when we get back.
I had no choice. My friend invited me. I couldn't just say no.
Oh,
Douche.
really? So you weren't just trying to...
I wasn't. When he insisted on repaying the...
But the fact of the matter is that after... I'm really sorry, Kachina.
It's amazing.
So,
Our team captain drank too much the night before the competition.
I mean, y'all still would have gotten annihilated anyways.
Alright. There's no need to be like that, Uncle. Dear friends, firstly, I'm grateful to my friends and our great Archon for helping to bring me back. This traveler and his companion Paimon are some of the strongest people I've ever met. If they were allowed to participate in the pilgrimage, I have no doubt that they'd win the whole thing. They've agreed to let me learn from them. With their help, I believe I can become even stronger still. And let's not forget my good friends, Moalani, Chaska, Kanich, and Dion-san. They all helped the Traveler and Paimon figure out a way to bring me back from the Night Kingdom. They too deserve to be called our heroes. So, please give another round of applause for them. Thank you so much.
Well said!
I'll drink to that.
How does it feel?
To be honest, it's a bit overwhelming. It all just... Well, you better get used to it. Next up, undefeated champion!
Yep.
Hey, please don't make fun of me.
Talk with Madame Pyro Akon herself.
Ah, you're here. Have some fruit juice. I got it specially for you two.
How did you know? That's Paimon's favorite!
You look like you've still got
Paimon juice.
questions. Ask away. Because they had their own lives to live. The thought of telling them, abandon your families and everyone you love, and come with me to the end of time, for in 500 years Natlan will be destroyed, it seemed too cruel. You could just as easily point
also
out that
sounds a bit
everything in
absurd.
this world would come to an end eventually. But life is short, and beyond a point, it just doesn't seem real. Imagine if I said, let's leave right now, and go save the sun because it'll I couldn't make them shoulder that burden with me. Besides, every generation will have its heroes, this one included. The plan could still work without them. Or, of course, without me. But since I was the one who came up with the plan, I felt duty-bound.
I'm suddenly remembering.
Yes, it was.
Yep.
From what I've been able to piece together, I can conclude she played. Still, it was an impressive achievement, and I'm very. You feel lost. This is a war. and there can be no war without
War.
peace. I am already far more.
War never
people of Natlan
changes.
Look to me as their Archon, and
Yeah.
I suppose even if the future ends in destruction, and it's precisely because we humans cannot know. This is a pivotal moment. Well, 3 to be precise. Your resistance to the corrupt. If you agree to join us, you will not only gain my full
ancient name.
They can. Several strict conditions. Possessing an ancient name would mean that the Ode of Resurrection may have just like in the Night Kingdom.
Yeah, we can.
Wonderful. Then I'll reach out to Sheila. We've never forged an ancient name for an Outlander before, but I trust she'll find a way.
My lord, we've received word. Although your injury complicates.
Payro Arc.
This is most.
Victory and defeat are rules,
Not outcomes.
I have never. As for you, I must confess, I did not expect that little trick of yours to save the day.
No matter how dense the fog, as long as the sun remains, you don't have much.
I'm beginning to see just you.
And it's over. Natlan is done for now. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and see y'all next time, because we don't got any Archon quests to do. It's time to grind every single goddamn world quest. With that, let's also tally off how many primos we have. The last one. Oh yeah, that's still active. That's nice. With that, we end off at 17,172 primos, 36 limited polls, and 57 standard polls. Wow. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And see y'all next time.